What's up, people? One sober to another here. I'm Wayne, and I'm still an alcoholic. Some of you are wondering, where the hell have I been? Well, truth of the matter is, I've been a little bit tired. Not of you, not of me, but just tired and a little exhausted in general. It's not that I don't care, because I'm still running on Instagram, Reddit, and Twitter in order to give people a little bit of experience, strength, and hope. I tried all these hand gestures because I don't know how that's going to turn out during post-edit, but it's whatever. What are we talking about? We're not talking about the daily reflections, because everybody already knows if you go to aa.org, you're going to find what you need in order to get your daily dose. No pun intended. All right, so what are we talking about? We're talking about daily drinking. Not daily as in daily, but in the day to get you through the hard times that you think it is that you're going through, and that number one solution is going to be your answer. Why are we talking about this? Well, because in the profession that I'm in right now, I have noticed and I have seen a lot of people, and I'm definitely not throwing anything out there because I don't want to get fired just yet. People who need a little shot, a little pilot bottle in order to get through their day. Look, I've been there, man. I know it, and I'm not judging. But what I did notice is how painful it is for someone to actually come to a register at 10 in the morning and purchase 5 little bottles just so they can get through all the way through the rest of the day, so that they don't have to deal with the withdrawals or the anxiety or the panic or anything that goes with that bullshit. Because I know all about it firsthand, folks. And I'm going to tell you a quick little story in just a second, but before I do, so some folks, and they're reoccurring, of course, and just like the people who used to give me alcohol in the stores and everything else, I know these people by face. I know what they want, and I know what they're coming for. They're not coming for a foot-long sandwich. They're coming for a little piece of power to get them through. So they think if they only knew that they didn't have to go through their day without that obsession of having to get through, that one drink to get to the next drink, their mind would be blown, and they would say, I don't think that's possible. I think you're full of crap, Wayne, and we don't give a crap what you say. Just give me my little pilot bottle so I can get through. So they come up to the register. Their eyes are full of, I don't know, not misery or not loneliness or anything like that, but they're just empty. And you can see it in their face that they're empty. And I'm not saying their lives are empty. What I'm saying is there's not much going on up here except for I got to get my drink. So there they are, waiting for their little cell of the pilot bottle and that relief that they get once they have it in their possession and out the door. Folks, I don't know if they're drinking or driving or not. I don't know if they're drinking it for lunch. I don't know if they're drinking it for breakfast or whatever. Not my place to judge, unless it becomes a safety issue, in which case I'll just call the people who matter and handle that as it is. So what it makes me think is that when I was in the Army, and now this is not to put myself on blast or anything, but when I was in the Army, I do remember a time when I can't remember what rank I was at the time. I think I was a specialist, maybe a sergeant. I don't know. But I drank so much the night before that I was still pretty drunk in the morning, and I started going through some withdrawals. I started going through shakes. I started going through sweats. I felt like I needed to vomit, but I couldn't vomit. My head was spinning. I was cloudy, and I really couldn't form any good thoughts. So I called my buddy up and I was like, hey man, you got to cover for me. And he's like, no I don't. You're the one that drank. I was like, fudge, what am I going to do? Well, folks, the only way I knew how to cure that was to have a little more. So that's exactly what I did, man. I popped the top on 3 or 4 beers, chugged them down as fast as I could, jumped in the shower. By the time that last drop got down my gullet, I was all right. Everything had kind of evened out a little bit, and the sweats stopped. My stomach started to feel a little bit better. I was an alcoholic, folks. I am an alcoholic, and I was sick, and I had to take my medicine. And my medicine at the time was a little bit more alcohol. And my medicine nowadays is a little a little daily dose of sobriety. That's what I like to bring to you guys. But, so the story continues just a little bit. I'm not going to give you all the details behind it just yet, because I think that that would be a disservice to some folks out there who are going through it right now. I ended up drinking those beers and everything else, and I had to give a class, and it's a hands-on class, it's training and everything else, and I had to be in front of people. Well, folks, I probably smelled like 2 bars and a 3-day weekend with 1 day in between. So I gave this class, but I gave it from a distance. I taught from way back here. My voice probably sounded like this because I didn't want to project too much air that people would be able to smell, and I didn't want to move too much because it would come out of my pores and off of my body, and people would know Wayne was drunk again. That's what that was for me back then. And you know, I needed that little fix in order to get me through. I was also a day drinker, and I didn't think for a long time that I was, but I started to realize every single morning I woke up, I was waking up in agony, and the only way to fix that and to fix the anxiety that I felt was to drink a little more. Once I had just enough to put me back on an even keel, I was good to go, man. I could do anything. So I would get through my day, start planning the next drink from that period on, and then the moment that I was released to do what I wanted to do, I had that 6-pack or 18-pack or 30-pack or racks of beer, which were super crisp, and once I popped the top and I heard that of the gas escaping, I was in oblivion, and I was home, and I was able to be comfortable and everything else, and that was the way that I lived for a long period of time. Folks, I'm here to tell you, you don't have to, and I'm not preaching to you, because you do what you want to. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of my experience, strength, and hope, in hopes that it can help you realize there is a better way to live, and there is a better way and a better quality of life waiting for you if you just reach out and grab the tools of recovery from the people around you and the people of, wait for it, Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous, depending on what it is you're going through. Or if those aren't your things, reach out to the people around you who are sober and who are doing the things that you want to be able to do in order to be sober and to live a life without the obsession of alcohol or drugs. Folks, that's food for thought. Life is a daggone garden, and I'm gonna tell you what, just keep digging it and grow your garden and let it flourish. Pull the weeds out, like I said in a couple videos ago, and be the best person you can be for yourself, and then it will work out for the rest of the universe. Trust me, I know. I'm Wayne, and I'm an alcoholic. This is One Sober to Another, folks. If you've enjoyed this video and you got a little bit out of it, hit that like button, and well, if you want to subscribe, because if this channel grows, we grow together. I'm Wayne, once again, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good night. Bye-bye.